Hey everyone, Martin here, and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. I know, it's been a couple months since our Thunder 04 season, but we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So, what I want to do today is the Clash. Since the Clash at the Coliseum in real life got postponed till Monday, it would have, maybe it's already happened by now by the time you watch this. This is going out on Tuesday night. I don't know, but we'll see. It's snowing over there, but anything can happen. And our basketball season ended yesterday, so our series, the next series, it's going to start. So it actually starts next week, the 11th. So this will probably be out on Tuesday night by the time you guys are watching this, but it is what it is. But so basically, we're going to race at Daytona. We're going to do the Clash. So I'm going to show you guys the settings real quick. So the settings have been the same as always. As far as this season goes, we're going to do core distance races. But since this race is tough on its own and it's short, with you only have to make a 2-tire stop, we're going to do 10%. But I promise you guys, as the season goes, we're going to do core distance races. It's still going to be legend and pretty much the same settings as always. But tonight we're doing 10%. I have done a couple core distance practice races. And they're going to be tough. I promise you. It's going to be a tough season. So, and by making it tougher, this is what I'm going to race as. I'm going to race this Ron Hornaday, the 2-car. He got robbed of the title in 2003, who ended up going to this guy, Brian Vickers. But the 2-car has a lot of history, especially the AC Delco car. I have a couple AC Delco cars. Dale Jr. drove this car. Steve Parr drove the car. Kevin Harvick drove the 2, who won the Busch Series Championship. Ron Hornaday, Johnny Starr drove this car. Sheldon Creed drove it. And Jesse Love now is driving this car. And you can name a lot of people that have driven this 2-car, and particularly in this scheme. So I'm going to add myself to that list. We're going to race this Ron Hornaday, and then we're going to the Clash at Daytona, or the shootout. Yeah, it's going to be a fun race. It's going to be a tough one as always. Consider the race is really short, and you had to make a pit stop. But we're going to pit halfway just like everybody else. And let's rock and roll. Get this started. All right. We are here in Daytona. And I want to go over a thing or two. But for each race, for the start of each race, I have to start in default setup. So I can't use my own setups like I did last season. But the only thing I'm going to change is basically manual transmission for the start of each race. But everything's going to be default setup. During the videos, I'm going to cut straight to the race, or the start of the pre-race, since I'm going to start in default setup anyways. And I don't believe I'm going to be starting first. I don't believe that at all, but without further ado, let's get this going.
Florida for today's NASCAR Winston Cup action in the pole shootout. This has always been one of my favorite races to watch.
Yeah, this is always a great race. Each driver has earned their spot by being the pole winner, which means we're in for some fast action. What better place to be than right here in Daytona?
Ron Hornaday has struggled so far in his NASCAR Winston Cup career, but as his past racing experience shows, he could turn things around at any moment. Michael Waltrip won the 2001 Daytona 500, his first career win and his 463rd start.
He was pushed to the finish line by Dale Jr. in that race, and he repaid the favor later that year, helping Jr. win his first race at Daytona in the Pepsi 400.
Rest in peace, Dale
Murray
Earnhardt.
moved up to Winston Cup after having an impressive year in the Busch Series in 2002.
He picked up a couple of wins and finished 6th in the points last year, plus he did an admirable job filling in for Sterling Marlin in some Cup runs.
Alright, here we go. Here in the shootout. Of course, the one race that I struggled to win, they gave me the pole, so I like that. So basically, it's really simple. It's the pole winners for the previous year, and you had to make a 2-tire stop on the green flag. But we're going to take a look. The other thing we're going to do this year is we're going to take a look at the starting lineup before every race. And I will say, I am going to be starting the back every race as well. This race, they gave me the pole, but for every race, we're going to start in the back of the field. So, Let's get the party going.
And here's the starting lineup for the race. In the front row are the AC Delco Chevrolet and the Interstate Battery Chevrolet. In the second row are the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the Pfizer Ford. Starting the race from row 3 are the Pennzoil Chevrolet and the Stacker 2 Dodge. The fourth row has the Valvoline Pontiac and the U.S. Army Pontiac. Starting the race from row 5 will be the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet and the DeWalt Power Tools Ford. In row 6 we have the UAW Delphi Chevrolet and the Lowe Chevrolet. Starting from row 7 will be the DuPont Chevrolet and the 11 car. In the 8th row are the Singular Wireless Chevrolet and the BAM Racing Dodge. In the 9th row we have the Kellogg Chevrolet and the UPS Ford. In the 10th row are the Caterpillar Dodge and the Sterling Marlin Dodge. Starting the race from row 11 are the Team Rusty Dodge and the 20 car. The 12th row has the Citgo Ford and the Haviland Dodge. Starting the race from row 13 will be the Old Till Dodge and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. In row 14 we have the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford and the 19 car. Starting from row 15 will be the M&M's Ford and the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. In the 16th row are the Granger Ford and the Net Zero Pontiac. In the 17th row are the America Online Chevrolet and the Kodak Max Film Pontiac. In the 18th row are the Motorcraft Ford and the Georgia Pacific Dodge. And rounding out the field is the Tide Pontiac.
All right, let's get the clash underway. All right, we are underway here in the clash at Daytona. Again, only 7 laps, not a long race. But I promise you guys, this is going to be a tough one. When I was doing my practice race for this, they put me in the 20s in my practice runs. Oh boy, that was tight already. I'm going to stay behind Boob here. This race don't mean nothing as far as allies or everything. Next week, it'll matter, but that's the only time this season that the game gave me the pole. Considering my practice runs, I was starting around the 20s. I was surprised they gave me the pole. But we're going to get behind Boob here. Just stay behind him. Maybe get a run off of 4. But Grandpa's trying his hardest to get around me. And like I said, I am going to start race default side. Here we go with a big run! On Boob the Booty. And back out front Daytona for the first time. To the front we go. And it's going to take, for most races, it's going to take me pretty much the whole race to get up to the front of the field. But obviously, I got the front, and we're going to pit halfway. That's the plan. And let's see what happens here. Here's the 5 to go on board here in Daytona. In every race this season, I'm going to do a 20 to go on board. But for this race, since it's so short, we'll do a 5 to go on board. So that's another we're going to do. Looks like Boob's going to have a run on the outside. Oh, boy! I think it's on my outside. I'm going to give him the outside. Here it comes for the lead. Looks like Grandpa's trying to squeeze the middle. Yeah, I see Boob on the outside. I'm going to give him the top. I'm not going to let him pass me on the inside like I am. I'm going to do in the 500 next week. I'm not going to allow him to pass me on the bottom. It's basically a test run of how we're going to do in the 500. I thought Grandpa got in the middle. There he is! I don't know if I'm clear. I gotta drop with Junior. Okay, I'm clear to the outside. I'm gonna drop with Grandpa here. Get back to the normal view. Yeah, I'm not gonna let anyone pass me on the inside easily. Oh, messed up the corner. Sorry, Grandpa. That was really bad. But that's okay. Didn't mean to do that, but we are gonna pit next lap. We're definitely gonna go with right side tires. I have never won this race. As far as I know, to my knowledge, I never won this race. Considering it's so short. I think I won this race in the Clash. In the Thunder 3 Series. Grandpa, I'm here! Alright, we're gonna pit. But luckily here, we can get down pit road really hard. So, we can floor down pit road. So we're gonna do it here. We're gonna floor down pit road. We're gonna beat Junior. And 4 tires. Or right side tires, sorry. Right side tires.
The driver gets his mark and the crew will go to work. Looks like it's going to be a 2-tire
stops. They put 2 fresh Goodyears on this machine. 1 can of fuel's on there. 2 tires. 1 can of fuel on this end of the road.
Go. That was a great stop, and it's going to be a battle for pit road. Oh, shit. And in the grass. We're going to be Junior out of the pits. We have 2 laps to go. Let's see. I'm going to slow him up here. Let's see if we can hold him on. Heading to the tri-oval, 2 laps to go. The leaders are exiting the pits. 2 laps to go. Got a good lead on Junior, but let's see if we can get out front. The leaders in turn 1 now. I'm up to full speed. Let's see what happens here. And we are up to 5th now, getting by Marlin. The leaders are right up there. I feel like I'm going to get the lead. I don't know where the leader is. We're gonna cheat and use a little draft here. We'll try to get around some of these guys. There's the leader. I don't know if I'm gonna get up to him just on full speed. Oh boy. I don't know who the leader is, but we're gonna try to catch it. I think that's Boob up there. And of course I got the DEI cars behind me. My tires are getting worn out. We got 1 more lap here. I don't know if I'm gonna run the leader down. We got 1 lap to go. My tires have worn out. I don't have anything left in these tires, but I'm going to try to hang on a second here. So we're down the back straightaway. Heading into turns 3 and 4. I don't know if I'm going to run down Boo, but we're going to try. Into turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, heading to the finish line. Looks like Boob, last year's Daytona 500 winner, is going to win the Clash. And we're going to sell for 2nd. Alright, not bad at all. And there's your top 10. Not bad. I'll take a top 10. And even Boob gained 10th on me when I had all the draft. But, oh well, but here are all the highlights. I enjoyed that race. I wish I could have better luck. Didn't do that to Grandpa there. That probably cost me the race, but it's all right nonetheless. Yeah, that's gonna be key next week in Daytona. Try to get down pit road quickly without speeding, obviously. And yeah, there's me. This is 2 to go. This is where I thought I had the lead, and then I lost it on pit road. That's going to be another challenge this year as well. I'm going to have a slow pit crew. That's going to be another challenge I'm going to face all season long. I experienced that in practice. Alright, so here's what we have. Not bad at all. That's not going to be anything. Next week it'll mean something. Let's take a look at the results here. So obviously, I led 1 lap, but Boob led the both. This doesn't mean any points or nothing. Next week it will. So only 2 lane changes. It was me and Boob, but here's the finish results. Johnny Benson finished up there. Let's see. Brett 9 up there. Good run for him. There's 37 cars in this. Grandpa and Jeff Gordon finished back there. That's really odd. Probably because they didn't pit. Or Mark Martin probably got screwed. But there's a look at the finish results. And yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's head back to the menu. Alright, guys. So that's going to do it for me tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed that race. I did as well. Next week, we'll kick off with the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, where I'm going to try to win a championship on core distance races and with a Busch Series car. And that's the same car that you guys saw in that video. That's why I'm going to race as the entire season. We're on Hornaday. And while me racing as the Xfinity car, I experienced it in the last race of last year's series. I'm going to follow the current O'Reilly Auto Parts schedule. And yeah. So I am going to do 33 races. It's 33 races in real life. So anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you all next week for the biggest race of them all. Have a good day, everyone.